Hi, I'm Rethwish, and this is my 1986 International Cab Over. And when we build these trucks, we build them to come to shows and win. We wanted to build this truck to be like one of the coolest trucks out there.
I'm here with a person that is no stranger to the truck show scene. You've been around a little bit. For those that don't know you, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Rethwish, and this is my 1986 International Cab Over. So we bought this thing about probably 6 years ago, and we picked it up in Medford, Oregon. It was a pretty nice truck when we got it or whatever, but like we wanted to redo it and like come to these shows to like when we build these trucks, we build them to come to shows and win. And we wanted to build this truck to be like one of the coolest trucks out there. So we like I said, we got it at Medford, Oregon. Drove it back, and we started building it about last year in December, and we got it done in about 5 to 6 months.
That seems like a pretty short time span to get something like this completed. What condition was it in when you guys purchased it?
It looked really, really nice when we got it, but when we started taking it apart to build it, we noticed a lot more things that needed to get done. Like the passenger side panel, we had to completely rebuild because we are just guessing on this, but our guess is that this truck actually rolled over on its side very lightly, but you could see all the Bondo that they had in there, and the whole panel was like curved in, and where the handlebar mounted, they kind of had about like a 2x2 plate to mount it on there because they couldn't mount it on there because it was so like there wasn't any place to mount it there. So
you guys discovered a lot of things that needed some attention.
Yeah. So, and we couldn't find that panel anywhere, so we had to completely rebuild it ourselves. We had to buy a parts cab for it, and the front driver's side corner was also really, we think, a flatbed backed into the side of it. So that was all curved in. So we had to get that panel off of that truck. But we had to build a lot of things on here and like completely like restore this truck. We chromed a lot of things. We chromed the steps. We chromed the whole grill. We chromed a lot of interior pieces, and then we repainted everything. And I just kind of felt like the black with an orange frame on this truck would fit it really good.
Okay, it does. What color was it before you guys started with it?
It was all black, and you could see they had some pinstripes on there, but it was all faded from sitting in the sun in Oregon.
Okay. So why did you choose a cab over? You have many other makes and models and styles. Why a cab over?
I wanted the cab over. I guess that was kind of my only option, since the only reason that I got this cab over was because my dad gave his 1986 Freightliner cab over to my brother, and my mom was like, "That ain't gonna be fair. You have to get Fred one too."
Uh-huh.
So,
okay.
And I looked for probably about a straight 4 months till I found one.
What did you use to find this truck?
Yeah, so I found this. My dad sent him an offer and said, if would you be able to hold this? And he said first come, first serve. So pretty much we found a ticket and we flew out the next day to go pick it up. And like we had no idea if it was even gonna be there when we got there, or if we were still gonna get it. So we took a pretty good chance trying to do that.
So were you looking on truck paper or something, or how did you find it?
I think we found it on Facebook Marketplace, actually.
Okay, all right. I mean, Facebook is good for some things nowadays, huh? You know, we found a truck on there, so it's not half bad.
Yeah, it's a lot of these old cab overs they find these days. They're either it's hard to explain it. Like none of them are in decent shape, and if they are or like have stuff on them, they're so expensive to get.
So your use of lights, why'd you go with the watermelon lights underneath the cab?
I don't know. I thought it looked really clean for that, and like it was gonna. I guess I kind of like the watermelon lights, and I like the glass light looks and all that kind of stuff.
What was the most challenging part of putting this truck together?
I don't know. I'd say the most hard part about it was trying to get the 6NZ to talk to the 6-speed Allison automatic transmission that's behind it.
How did you guys accomplish that? How did you get it to work?
Well, so the only reason that it didn't work was because we had the wrong harness in there, so they couldn't talk because it was the wrong harness, and so we had to send it down to PDI's shop, and they actually had a truck in there that was having the same problem, and it was super weird. But all they had to do was switch. They had to switch the two harnesses from both of the trucks, and then both of the trucks worked. So it's just a coincidence that they had the wrong harnesses in it, and then that one had the right harness.
So you basically solved the problem for them.
Yep, and it would have been at Louisville last year, but it wouldn't. It would have been there, but we couldn't make it work because of the engine.
What's your favorite part about the truck?
My favorite part would probably be the fuel tank on the passenger side.
Yeah, I saw that, and I saw it the other day when I was walking by, and that's pretty slick. Describe the interior. What do you got going on in the interior?
So the interior, we wanted to keep it like original, because the Eagles, for the International Eagles, they had the Eagle was the nice interior package, so we wanted to keep that. So everything is in there looks like factory pretty much, but it's all brand new, and it's got 2021 Peterbilt electronics in it.
You had it at Matt's, and
Yep.
It's here. What are some people saying about the truck? What do they like about it?
A lot of people really like the tank. They think that's a really cool part of it. But a lot of people also see the engine and everything done to it in there, and then the steel braided lines.
Okay. We didn't talk about your expertise. If you care to share with the viewers, your age and how you've come to be so knowledgeable about trucks. I'm sure some people might be curious at this point.
So I'm 12 years old, and I've pretty much just been around trucks and trucking my whole life. So it just kind of all built up to about this point.
Yeah. Okay. You got any other future truck builds going on, or what? Ideas?
Well, I'm not really doing any right now, but my brother is working on a truck that he is going to drive when he turns 18.
Okay. All right. Well, we got some high expectations for you guys. We all know that your dad's built a couple of cool rides. So all the cool rides over the last 10 years have been awesome. So we got high expectation out of you guys. Well, with that being said, And maybe let's move the camera around to the front side, and we'll see if we can get some other shots of the truck, and you can maybe describe some things on the front side. What other trucks have really stood out to you that you appreciate here?
Gosh, I haven't really gotten to look at too many, but I'd probably say a couple of them that standed out to me is the Davis Brother truck over there, the Sankin truck right down there, and probably one of my favorites too is the Notorious PIG over there.
Okay.
And then there's a couple other really cool, like nice and clean trucks.
Yeah, and that's what's great about the 75 Chrome Shop show is it's a mixed bag at every show, but you can have all those trucks that you mentioned. You know, we don't want to call them heavy hitters, even though they are heavy hitters, but you got your working, you know, show trucks or your working trucks, just like the gentleman with the Peterbilt to I guess it'll be your right. You know, that's a clean looking truck itself, and guys are just as proud of them. I remember a couple years ago, I think it may have been Fred's, or not the Black Bandit, but there's another truck that you did a stripe design for. The design had some orange in it and everything else.
Yeah, that was the truck that we had at Louisville last year and here last year. It was the one with the black, orange, red, and yellow. Yeah, that was the one that was the truck that I designed.
Okay.
And it's actually on the road right now. As soon as we got it back from this show, it pretty much went straight onto the road.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, my dad hauled a load back from here with it.
Nice. So where do you get your inspiration from when you do stripe designs or just designs in general?
I don't know. I'm like kind of like about it. It really depends on the colors and the look of the truck and like how long it is, or if it's like super low or something. But like I feel like for that truck, what fit really good was an old school stripe. And a lot of the Freightliners had some really cool stripes back in the day. So I kind of thought, oh, that'd be cool to have an old like 80s Freightliner stripe. And I saw that stripe and I'm like, wow. And I've always been like, I always thought like the black, the red and yellow and orange like really fit good together. So I saw that and like, I saw that stripe and I was just like, I was like, that's the stripe I'm gonna do for that.
Okay. So is orange a favorite color of yours or what?
I don't really have a favorite color.
Okay.
It really depends on like it really depends on the truck and the stripes and the design and what it's on really determines it to me.
Okay. So you just let it speak to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I see it. You're like a truck whisperer.
Yeah.
All right, Fred. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk on camera. And like I said before, we're looking forward to seeing other things that you might come up with in the future.
Yes, sir.
All right. See you.
Yep.